Hi folks, Puffin here, back for at least one more video about smoking weed after not smoking weed for a week because I keep forgetting to make an important point. Basically, the same people and process and machine that made weed illegal and has oppressed people based on weed has oppressed people in all sorts of ways too. It's the problem with America. It's the same structure, the same machine, as it's called, the system. And it's been founded, I mentioned this, on oppressing people for weed, but that one reason you know that it's them is because, well, I mean, it's the same people. It's the same ideology, the same, Republicans, Trumpers now, Trump-Putineers. And they've done this against their own best interest, of course. They've been duped into this way of thinking. Like a lot of them smoke weed and don't realize that it's against their interest to do this, for instance. And that's one way it could be a bridge to bring people together, help bring people out of that mentality. But the real point is that it's the same people who've been against everybody. They're like against humanity, and they're threatening humanity to an extreme degree now. Need to be stopped most expeditiously. So to do that, I wanted to focus on saying, using weed to bring us together and as the thing that helps us overcome that evil system is a good thing. Or I wanted to make this phrase that, why is this machine of this media corporate machine, when used for oppression, like a megaphone for the smallest minds there are, or the smallest mind there is has this megaphone to put its terrible, small-minded ideas, the loudest in our world. Why is it like that? Well, maybe the fate of it being like that is so we can snatch that megaphone and take it ourselves, take the media corporate machine over for good people like the rest of us, and then invite them to join. It's not like we want to leave those people out. That's one great thing about weed, is it encourages you to be nice to people and to want to reach out to people and make friends with people who are different, stuff like that. So I was reminded this somewhat like Trey Crowder. Trey Crowder did a great video about them boycotting Carhartt because Carhartt's trying to protect their employees from the Trump virus. And so the Trumpers want to boycott them. So just, again, against their own best interest, but they're duped into these bad ways of thinking. And so they want to boycott Carhartt, which shows that they're not really against canceling things. Anyway, Trey does a great video about that. Watch Trey Crowder. TraeCrowder. So that was good. He just did that. So that kind of helped me focus on this. Like, oh yeah, this is a way to reach out to people. Like, you guys like weed and fishing and stuff. Like, let's be friends and overcome the differences and dismantle the system. And that's where the focus, really, the person who says it way better than me, like Trey Crowder could talk about that boycott way better than I can. The person who talks about the system way better than me, and I don't mention some of these people because I got trolls. I don't want my trolls going to the channel, but it doesn't matter. Like, at this point, we all need to just get together and even educate or convert the trolls or whatever, block them if you have to. But Egberto Willies, EGBRTO WILLIES. Egberto Willies has a great show. Watch it as often as I can. But his show yesterday was on it. I mean, he nailed it like Jesus because he had Martin Luther King Day was yesterday, or day before. So anyway, his video was from yesterday, I think. But just check out his recent channel about his, say, January 17th, 18th, 2022 video about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King's message. I didn't catch exactly where the footage is from of Martin Luther King saying this, but he makes a really good point. You want to think about it. When black people were emancipated from slavery, white people were being given the land of Indian people. Like, go kill those people, take their land. That's what the government was behind. Frankly, part of the American Revolution could have been about that too, because the English government was keeping the Indian population somewhat in place to keep the colonies in check. And by overthrowing England's rule, the leaders were the ones who were like, we're supposed to take over the rest of this country and kill all those people. So bad, obviously. But while the government was doing that in those days, saying, that we glamorize and romanticize so much the cowboys, the Western expansion in our culture, like, 1883 was a show I saw an example of, it probably stuck in my mind recently, but about those days, those frontier days. Anyway, as much as we do that, the point that Martin Luther King was making in the Egberto Willies video is that the government was giving helping all these settlers, white settlers, to take over and have that land, and they weren't giving land to the black people that had just built the country as slaves, even after they were emancipated. There's a fundamental unfairness, and Egberto Willies nails it by wrapping it around to modern day, trying to keep black people from being able to vote or making it harder for them to vote. Is that system trying to stay in place? Anyway, he makes a great video. Watch it, share it, and let's all focus on this in a way that pushes it, over the zeitgeist, or whatever you call it, over the event horizon. So let's get what I call the pillow revolution, #pillow revolution. You can do it from bed. We can take over this world from bed, from the bad guys. And then the bad guys just don't have to be bad. Like, we don't have to be all violent and weird about it and take people's stuff. We just make more stuff. It's not hard. Like, money grows on trees. Again, weed. #AOC24. Let's get together and take over these, let's use our numbers and overturn take the megaphone from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube even. Although, I don't know, YouTube, I got these great recommendations just for making these videos, and maybe you got somebody good running the helm now, or YouTube fairies. Thank you so much. Love you forever. And love all you guys forever. See you soon. Call again soon. Share, and thanks for commenting. And yeah, check out Egberto Willies and Trey Crowder, because they say it all better than I do. But thanks for watching me too. And see you soon.